All right, let's move on to the next topic. When do you stop drafting a declining top 20 player? And what are some determining factors? 好，咁 Turbo 你講先啦。
我都其實我諗呢個問題嗰陣時，因為我同我另外一個朋友，我哋成日都有呢個問題，就係我哋一定有啲 favourite 嘅，我哋一定有啲 favourite 想 draft 完又 draft 完又 draft。其實我諗一個 prime example 可能係 Kevin Love。Kevin Love 基本上咧，我個 friend 年都 draft 嘅。不過 Kevin Love 大家要睇翻佢啲 stat，基本上 he's like an 18 and like 13 guy with like 2 to 3 threes and like 2 to 3 assists。咁其實基本上佢都係 he's like borderline like top 20。不過佢係一個係好 prime example，like when do I stop drafting him，right？ 咁我諗依個都係一個好難嘅，因為其實有時你 draft 咧，你會係用個心去 draft more than 個腦去 draft。咁不過我諗to me 啦，我覺得最重要係睇個 age 咯。其實當佢個 age 我覺得 hit 到，即係每個 athlete 每個 body 都唔同啦，每個 position 都唔同啦。我係想講，其實如果我哋睇 guards 嘅話咧，我哋應該睇佢，譬如去到31-2歲咧，佢啲 explosive 開始冇乜嗰陣時咧。咁如果佢好似 Westbrook 咁樣啦 ，Westbrook 係靠 explosiveness 嘅話，咁其實31-2歲之後就佢會好 decline 得好犀利嘅。Whereas 譬如好似 Chris Paul has always been 用佢個 like he's just a smart player。其實今日我睇咗佢打 Phoenix 打Milwaukee 咧 ，he's so 即係唔係就睇嗰場啦 ，but he just 我睇咗2-3分鐘啦 ，you just can tell that when he goes into a pick and roll, once he finds space， 佢就食咗個位㗎。He's always there to put himself in a position to give a good pass or take a good shot. He's always ready. So 都係 obviously 係有啲係一個係 quantitative 一個 qualitative 啦。咁不過我諗重要，我覺得喺 guard 嚟講係 age 咯。Age would be a pretty 同埋佢 style of play 呢兩樣嘢咯。Boys
同意，我都同意。
As the biggest Westbrook fan， 同意。
As a Westbrook owner， 我都同意。
As an ex Westbrook owner， 我都好同意。
As 我未用 own 過 Westbrook， 我都同意。
What about you guys? What do you think?
Yeah, I think age is for sure the easiest thing to look at.
Mm-hmm.
咁我 share because I have like a kind of like a counter argument, but also a good example. Although 覺得 age in relation to your injury history， 因為可能有啲 player 佢哋係玩得好耐，成日都傷嘅。Just like someone that just got traded to the New York Knicks, Derrick Rose。佢其實唔係好老㗎。Derrick Rose 好似而家30歲。Let me fact check this real quick. Derrick Rose is right now 32歲。He's like another explosive guard like Westbrook, 但係 he hasn't been able to like stay healthy, and therefore he hasn't got much like playing time like how Westbrook does. So it's tough. And then my player example is actually Kawhi Leonard. So everyone like Kawhi Leonard's already been pretty notorious for not playing back-to-backs ever since he got injured during the San Antonio Spurs and Warriors series when he got Zazad. But if you look at his like track history from I guess even Toronto last year and this year, it's all been very consistent. For example, last year to this year, he was 27 points, shooting at 47 field goal, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. This year, 26 points, 50% field goal, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. So it's basically the same thing. So I would say sometimes age is something to look into and the injury. But at the same time, another equal balance is you have to look at what team they're on and if they're fighting a playoff spot. Because a lot of times what will happen is they'll get shut down or they get traded. And I think we mentioned already with Detroit, they're opting to play like a much more younger core. So someone like Blake Griffin, who is getting injured, hasn't been able to stay healthy, he's most likely to lose his value versus, a young emerging player like Josh Jackson, who is able to take his minutes. So I would say to add on to age, injury history, and whether the team is fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah, I'd like to chime in on the injury part. I find that like I always have this example in the back of my mind when you mention injury， 就係其實我唔知大家中唔中意一個 player 叫做 Grant Hill。Grant Hill 即係好似講到好 foreign 咁樣啦，不過 Grant Hill 其實係一個好好嘅 example 嚟嘅，因為咧 Grant Hill 有啲咩特別咧？喺佢個 prime years 嗰陣時咧，其實基本上佢係差唔多係因為佢嘅傷患而唔可以繼續打波噶嘛。咁其實咧，如果大家你睇翻佢啲 stat 咧，好特別㗎，因為 I'm a huge Phoenix fan， 其實佢已經佢好似72年，即係佢即係佢36歲啊，佢36歲 join 咗 Phoenix 啦。佢嗰36歲嗰陣時 average 緊大概13分、5個籃板、3個 assist，and like almost a steal and a block a game， 跟住係 playing super efficient。咁其實咧，點解我要 mention 佢之前嘅 injury 咧？其實 prior to 佢36歲之前咧，佢係打咗分別喺佢32歲嗰陣時打得4場，跟住14場、29場。咁其實嗰啲 years 咧，佢個 body 真係冇 take a toll on his body 嘅嗰啲。因為嗰啲時間其實 he's kind of like resting， 咁所以其實咧佢可以 play all the way from 36歲去到37、38、39，去到39、40歲佢都仲係一個 productive 嘅 NBA player， 所以其實我覺得都係一個 factor 嚟，即係佢嘅 injury 同埋佢係幾多歲 injury 同埋佢有幾多 mileage on his body 好重要。I think mileage on the body is very important too。就好似 LeBron 今年喺度 spazzing like a little baby about the All-Star game。You should watch like how hyped up he is in like the All-Star introduction in the past years。
咁又講開 injury， 我想加一個例子，唔知你哋記唔記得啦？係 injury 加埋同埋俾人 trade。This is a point guard， 佢以前打過 Celtics 嘅，係 Isaiah Thomas。佢喺 Celtics 打得好好。
Isaiah Thomas played for Celtics
different Isaiah Thomas same name 佢一俾人 trade 咗去好似係 Cleveland 之後 everyone was expecting him to be the Celtics IT but you know 事實同埋理想係爭好遠嘅
佢吹咗去 Cleveland 之後先發覺原來唔識整電腦嘅，所以佢做唔到。佢淨喺 Boston 先可以就做到 IT。
歐啦，講 IT 已經唔寫 IT 嘅啦，嗰陣時要 programming 嘅啦。
Yeah, it's tough. And then he got bounced around like a few teams.
Yeah, now I don't think he's even in the league.
Yeah, Lakers 打到 Lakers。
Yeah. But it's tough. It's crazy. That just shows like how fast like 1 year can change like the landscape. So I would say yeah, like definitely in the future, you know, if your friend was really serious, Turbo, if your friend was really serious about Kevin Love, we tell him to give him a second opinion. Tell him to watch this podcast and take into account what we mentioned.
其實仲有一個就好快講啦。其實今年 I made a huge mistake. I think drafting Whiteside on the 5th round. He was a monster. He was a monster. Like he was going to be one of my like cornerstone of my team too. 基本上係 take care of rebounding and blocks and field goal percentage for me. But then he just turned out to be a bust at the 5th round.
Yeah.
我覺得佢呢個係佢個本人個 player 嘅問題咯。A lack of drive and motivation。
我以為你話係本人你 turbo 嘅問題添。
係你個問題，你 drive 咗係你個問題。我覺得佢嘅 downfall 係因為佢嘅 drive 同 motivation 冇咗。即係佢已經 talent is there, right？
佢已經唔 care about 2K rating 啦。
Yeah。
唔係，我想 throw 一個 point， 我唔知你哋大家會唔 relate 到啦。係通常會唔會覺得一個球員when he starts having bad performances is when he got that big money paycheck.
Yep, Davis Bertans.
就 for example， 我哋頭先講 Blake Griffin， 就用 Blake Griffin 做例子啦。佢依家其實都唔係好老 ，he's only 31，but 佢個 stats 佢上7年 連續7年 every year he's played less than 70 games. And guess how much he's getting paid?
Like 15 mil, 40 mil.
25.
Oh, he has a 5-year contract extension of $170 million.
Woo!
Oh, 30.
So yeah，差唔多。
我都諗緊，其實 Blake Griffin 都係個 curious case 嚟嘅，因為 Blake Griffin 佢，你覺得係 injury 啊，定係 money？即係佢都係一個好 injury plague 嘅 player 嚟嘅。Like he's basically he's like a Westbrook. Like his play is all based on his athleticism. So 佢係超級有爆炸力，跟住佢係跳得超高。不過佢而家加咗3分，其實佢而家成咗3分添。I still see he was one of my comeback player of the year. At the beginning of the year, he was going to be a comeback player of the year for me. So, but I wonder what it is.
What injuries 啊 ？injuries
係，同埋你睇佢啲 stat 係一年差過一年，呢個真係冇得拗。
同埋我覺得，如果當好多靠 athleticism 嘅 player， 當佢哋如果唔再 develop other parts of their game when they get older, they'll get phased out really quickly。即係當你老咗之後，你冇咗嗰個爆炸力，冇咗嗰個 explosiveness 嘅時候 ，you have to rely on other parts of your game to continue your success。但如果你唔做嗰啲其他嘢嘅話，即係好似 Kobe 嗰陣時，佢 number 8嗰陣時真係好勁，好 explosive，但係佢老咗之後 he turned into 24 which is like a totally different player.
Yeah.
So you can adapt.
Yeah. 其實你講 Kobe 我就即刻，其實你講 Kobe 之前，我係諗緊再前一度。其實 Brian 我同你一樣年紀啫，你做乜講啲咁後生？我係諗緊 Jordan 啦。其實 Michael Jordan 基本上佢嗰陣時
又係一樣。
his airness right
咁
係佢去 transition 得係好嘅 career。基本上佢 use his athleticism 啦，跟住去 build on 佢個 body， 即係一開始就用佢好變態嘅 athleticism， 跟住 build 佢個 body， 跟住再 transition 去有個 fade away back to the basket game。真係好係咯，啲人要識點樣去 adapt to the change of the game as well as the age。同埋我諗佢個 style of play 就好似我頭先講，都係要好重要。佢識唔識 adapt？
即好似但係你啲high basketball IQ 嗰啲嚟 Chris Paul 啊、Steph Curry 嗰啲，佢哋可以用佢哋嘅 mind 嚟延長佢哋嘅 career 去到 mid to late 30s 都仲係好 effective， 因為佢哋唔需要快，佢唔需要爆炸，佢哋用佢哋個 mind 嚟已經贏到你啦。所以其實即係好似嗱 ，DeMarcus Cousins 又係一個 good example。你冇咗嗰個，佢一老咗，而家就係63分企度。嗰陣時 Sacramento 幾勁啊，因為後生啊，仲有可以咁大隻咁大個都可以好快，但係佢冇咗嗰個 speed quickness 之後，而家 he's done basically。
He's still one of those curious case.
All right, well, we'll see if anyone's listening to this even next year when you guys are preparing for your draft. Remember, think about age, motivation, and adaptability. All right, let's move on.